Have you ever thought about opening your own mobile cart or kiosk business? Maybe the facility you manage could establish new revenue by adding coffee, food, or retail services. Cart King International can be the answer to your needs. Cart King is a North American designer and manufacturer of the finest mobile coffee, food, and retail carts and kiosks. Cart King has been working with clients and corporations across North America for 20 years, providing innovative designs, custom manufacturing, and timely delivery. Carts and kiosks are fun, and so are the dozens of designs on our website. Please visit us today at www.cart-king.com or just call us at 1-877-986-7771 and get your sales rolling.
If you find yourself in need of legal representation, it can be a very stressful time in your life. In my career, I have dealt with thousands of lawyers, I've dealt with thousands of law firms, and I can confidently recommend to you Keith M. Davidson at kmdlaw.com. Available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just log into kmdlaw.com. That's kmdlaw.com. Or you can call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. That's 833-4KMD-LAW. Personal injury, wrongful death, STDs, sexual assault, car accidents. They handle it all efficiently and professionally. It doesn't matter how imposing the opposition may be, because the team at kmdlaw.com are battle-tested and fierce. They will not stop until justice prevails. Go to kmdlaw.com or call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. If you're in for the fight of your life, stop screwing around and contact KMD Law. PureSoapFlakes.com, 218-568-2525. Have you ever heard of Castile Soap? Pure Soap Flake Company handcrafts fine soap bars, laundry powder, and concentrated soap flakes using organic vegetable oils from their northern Minnesota facility. Bathe your body and wash your clothes with Pure Soap products that are free of fragrance, GMOs, palm oil, sodium lauryl sulfate, and synthetic additives. Keep it clean, folks. Pure Soap Flake Company products are kind to living creatures and sensitive skin, safe for drains and waterways, and work great in high-efficiency washers and top and front-loading machines. They have a little promotion going on. Contact them to order some soap. Mention the Opperman Report. You're going to get a free gift. They're going to send a little extra soap, travel size, soap bars and laundry soap, cleaning soap flakes. I've been using that stuff all day long today. Great stuff. Order today at puresoapflakes.com or give them a call, 218-568-2525, 218-568-2525. Pure Soap Flake Company is a proud member of the Handcrafted Soap and Cosmetic Guild. Is your credit in bad shape? Do you need a new car? Ready to buy a new house? You want to rent an apartment? Are you going to apply for a job? Any one of these activities, they're going to ask for a credit report and then check out your credit score. Let Dynamic Solutions 2 erase your negative credit remarks. You go to www.dynamicsolutions2, that's the number 2.com, or call 424-888-2820. Now, if you enter promo code ED or you mention Ed Opperman, you get a 10% discount. How's that? You get a free consultation, all negative items removed, get back in positive credit position. Dynamic Solutions 2, life-changing dynamic financial solutions.
It's the Opperman Report. Join digital forensic investigator and PI Ed Opperman for an in-depth discussion of conspiracy theories, strategy of New World Order resistance, high-profile court cases in the news, and interviews with expert guests and authors on these topics and more. It's the Opperman Report. And now, here is investigator Ed Opperman.
Okay, welcome to the Opperman Report. I am your host, Private Investigator Ed Opperman. Here we go. It shows, let's see, who am I? I'm the president of Opperman Investigations and Digital Forensic Consulting. Yes, I am. You know what? I used to say you could find me at emailrevealer.com, but there's some kind of problem with that website. Contact me directly at Opperman Report at Opperman Investigations at gmail.com if you need something. Because for some reason, I don't know what's going on. My website it's an older version of the website. It's not the new version of the website with the current prices and stuff on it. It's some older version somehow wound up on there. I lost the password to it too, so I can't go in there and fix it now. Oh boy. And if you like today's show, go to OppermanReport.com. The member sections are up and running 100%. I can't give you those deals like I used to give you. where I could tell you, hey, contact me through PayPal and I'll give you a deal. Can't do that anymore until I figure it out. Maybe I'll figure something out. But I think I can do something with a promo code and give you a discount that way when we're desperate for cash. And then if you want to listen to our archives, you go to Spreaker.com, Spreaker.com. And that's where we have all our archives of past shows, wonderful shows we do here at the Opera Report. All of our shows are wonderful. That's a fact. And what do you call it? If you listen on Spreaker, do me a big favor, okay? And if you listen on Spreaker, hit the like button on there, for the episode. And also, too, there's a way you could share it to your Twitter and to your Facebook. And I would really appreciate you doing that, too. Because for some mysterious reason, Christmas week, my income from Spreaker dropped 60%. 60%. It was going up every day. And now it's gone down. Same time they changed some kind of accounting system over there. And they're telling me that it's a coincidence. Which, of course, I do not believe. I remember back when I was in the beeper business and the cell phone business, there was this guy. There came a time when, with your cell phone, they passed a law that you could choose your long-distance provider. So what I did was I signed up as a reseller for all the different long-distance providers, and I would sign people up, let's say, to MCI or AT&T or 9X for long-distance, and then I would get a commission on their long-distance bill. But, and you were supposed to get a commission, too, on people. You got 8% of people's cell phone bill after a certain amount. You had to reach a certain threshold, then you got 8%. And I'd get these reports every quarter. They'd come in with my little commission checks from these deals. And people I knew, like my sister, relatives of mine, girlfriends, ex-girlfriends, people who I knew I'd sold phones to weren't on that list. So, and then there was this guy in the newspaper, this young kid who was a reseller for MCI on commission. He sued him, got like $10 million from what they ripped off on him. Okay, here we go. Taped a bunch of really good content this week. One is with this woman, Karen, who's a listener to the show, and she describes her childhood experiences with this the boarding school she went to that was out in the woods. And a lot of strange goings on, and then she wound up in the street. It seems like some kind of an experiment. She talks about how they dosed all the kids with LSD, and the teachers were observing them with clipboards and stuff. And just bizarre material there. Then we had Ken Ami came on. You might recall we did a show with Ken Ami previously called 60 Shades of Grey Aliens, something like that. Right? And I tell you, I enjoyed the interview with the guy. It's good content, but I really regret doing that interview because for some reason, people love to equate my shows. Oh yeah, he does shows about aliens and UFOs and Bigfoot. I hear that constantly. It drives me crazy. We've only done one show about aliens, and it was pretty much to debunk the ancient aliens theory. Anyway, so he's back to talk about some stuff. And then, let's see. Well, okay, yeah, let's get into that. Had these two guys on, Joe Palazzolo and Michael. Oh boy, I wish I was prepared. Hold on here, 1 second. Let me find it. Okay, the book is called "The Fixers: The Bottom Feeders, Crooked Lawyers, Gossip Mongers, and Porn Stars Who Created the 45th President." And it's written by Joe Palazzolo from the Wall Street Journal and Michael Rothfeld from the New York Times. Now, I think I told the story here that one day I was having breakfast with this attorney who was involved in all this stuff, the Stormy Daniels case and all that kind of stuff, involved with some other things with me. And we were talking about Epstein, the Jeffrey Epstein case. And he says, "Oh, well, I'm talking to these two reporters here from the Wall Street Journal." He says, "You should talk to them." So he sends them a text saying, "I want you to talk to Ed Opperman. He's a scrappy PI." And he's an expert on Epstein. He was involved in the Epstein litigation back in 2016. And so these guys, they called me up, and I talked to them about what I knew about Epstein. They got some documents off my website, stuff they hadn't heard before. Yeah, I'm educating the Wall Street Journal. Okay. All right, not to pat myself on the back, okay? But I literally pat myself on the back a little bit every once in a while. No one else is patting me on the back, might as well. Right? So, anyway, these guys wrote this great book. I just had them on the show. And it turns out, too, when I invited them to come on the show, I was like, hey, do you remember me? And they said, oh, yeah, we listen to the show. We follow you on Twitter. Whoa, we're big fans. Oh, isn't that wonderful, And that we could have an influence here in our humble abode. Our humble little Opperman report has a reach into the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times. You can't beat that, guys. You can't beat that. Only in America. What is this? College Avenue. One thing after another never ends around here, guys. So anyway, I had these guys on about this book, and unfortunately, I was trying to read the book. They sent me a PDF version of the book, and I tried to read as much as I could because I'm very familiar with everybody in the book. Keith Davidson is in the book, who advertises on our show, KMDlaw.com. Gina Rodriguez is in the book, who was my agent, and she was my client, too, as well. She's the one who got me into the Tiger Woods case and the Charlie Sheen case and Ashton Kutcher, and she's the one who initiated my involvement with the Sarah Palin investigation and Todd Palin investigation that culminated into a congressional investigation. Oh, yeah, my other congressional investigation, too, came through Gina Rodriguez as well. The one with the Salahis, the White House party crashers that were on Real Housewives of D.C. They were her clients as well. And, I met a lot of people through her. I met Paula Jones through her, years and years ago. And she got me on Dr. Drew. At one point, Gina Rodriguez was booking all the guests you saw on Dr. Drew, Life Changers, and Dr. Drew Rehab, Celebrity Rehab. That was all her stuff, man. She was the casting for all those shows. And she was producing or providing like 60, 75% of all the content you'd see every night on TMZ and stuff like that. And it was just fascinating. She was on fire, this woman. And so then she hooks up with Stormy Daniels, and it was her. They got quotes from the text messages and stuff like that. They're screaming at Keith to get us our effing money. Get over, get a move on here. We want our money right now. And I tell you, when you read it, it has all the details and it's stuff I didn't know about, stuff I wasn't aware of. So it's a really, really good book. It's fascinating, okay? Not just because I know so many people in it. It talks about Keith Schiller in there. It talks about Matt Calamari. A lot of people I know. Giuliani's in there. A lot of people I've known over the years. But it really gets into the whole Michael Cohen negotiations, the fall of Michael Cohen, which is heartbreaking. It gets into Michael Cohen and Jerry Falwell Jr., that story. It even gets into the whole Ukraine thing. I'm toward the end of the book now. I was able to absorb about half the book before I did the interview. And, I'm going through this move here. I got all this stuff going on. So it's very, very hectic over here right now. And but I was able to read half the book, and I just loved it. And right after the interview, I went back to reading the book. Normally, if I finished an interview, I'm not going to go back and read the book, but I love this book. So I really recommend it. The Fixers, the bottom feeders, crooked lawyers, gossip mongers, and porn stars who created the 45th president. Excellent information. The first chapter is all about Roy Cohn and Trump's relationship with Roy Cohn, and that's some of the I've done a lot of. I've been trying to get a guest on Roy Cohn. Just that portion of the book alone is worth it. But then you get into all this stuff about Stormy Daniels and stuff that the average person has no idea about, and even we talk about it in the interview about during that negotiation when you got Stormy Daniels, Gina Rodriguez, and Keith Davidson are negotiating with Michael Cohen, representing the President of the United States, over this non-disclosure agreement involving Stormy Daniels' sex with a porn star, presidential candidate. And while they're doing that, Gina Rodriguez is producing Mama June, Honey Boo Boo's mom. Here come Honey Boo Boo. She's producing her TV show, her reality TV show. And so during the day, she's starring on the show, and she's, and then, in between takes, I guess, she's texting away, I want my money. Where's my money? Give me my money, Keith. And so it's really fascinating. And then, people don't realize, too, that Gina was involved with Wienergate. And so it's a lot of people, they try and claim, well, this was a hit, this was a a left wing hit piece. They pay these women to make these accusations against Trump.